Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Professor Poonam Mishra. Here I will explain or introduce 11th Commerce SP subject, that is secretarial practice. So friends, please stay tuned to video till last. And also if you are new to my channel, then please subscribe the channel. And if you like the video, please don't forget to press like and share button, and for more such kind of video hit the bell icon so you can get the notification when I upload the new video. So students, in secretarial practice there are 12 chapters overall. So these overall chapters are gonna come in your FYJC year. In this, the first 6 chapter will be for the first term and the rest 6 chapter will be for the final term exam. So students, I will read out the name as well. The first name of the chapter is secretary. You know student, the name of subject is secretarial practice. So basically this subject is related to secretarial work. So accordingly the form what the secretary does and what are his duties, responsibilities, all we are going to learn in this book. And also we are going to learn how the companies are formed. Okay, so accordingly all the sections are divided into 12. So first chapter is secretary. In this we will learn who is secretary, what is her duties and responsibility towards a company or business. Next, joint stock company. What is joint stock company, how it is formed, which kind of joint stock company exist in India. After that, the third chapter is the third chapter is and here we will learn how the company are started and how they are created. Fourth chapter is related to document, to the formation of company. What are the documents required or necessary for starting any company? And we will learn the name of those documents which is required to start the company, like memorandum of association, articles of association, certificate of incorporation. All of those documents we will learn. After that, the fifth chapter is member of the company. So who can be a member of any company, and what are the eligibility required to be a member of the company. In the sixth chapter, directors and key managerial personnel of the company. So students, let me tell you that directors and managers are the uh, top level personnel or the employee who manage the affairs of the business. So they are also called as a key managerial personnel. So students, we will learn that who is a key managerial personnel and why they are called as a key managerial personnel. After that, for running any company or business, meetings are a very important part of the business or any uh, company. So meeting is required, so we will learn it in two parts, that is company meeting part 1 and company meeting part 2. So what kinds of meeting are there, like annual general meeting, board meeting, statutory meeting, secretarial meeting, any meeting, what kind of meetings are there, that we will learn in these chapters 7 and 8. In ninth chapter we will see business communication skills of secretary. As secretary is a professional person of a business, so he has to talk, he has to communicate the information in a professional way. So what are the professional way to communicate any information to the outside party or the member of the company? So that way we will learn in these chapters that how the secretary communicate or informs about any information of the company to the outsider, creditor, member, shareholder, debtors, directors, also creditors, all of them. Next is the correspondence with the directors. Correspondence means something related to letter, fax and all. So we will learn in this chapter that how the secretary does the correspondence with the directors, what are the documents are required to send to the director and what is their format. In the 11th chapter, correspondence with the bank. The bank is also attached to the business. any business or companies started, they also opened their bank account. So how the company does the correspondence or document related work with the bank, that we will learn in this chapter. After that, the last chapter is correspondence with the statutory authority, legal authority. So how the secretary does the or provide the information via letter, fax or email to any statutory authority, any legal authority. So that we will learn. So overall this all the information is divided into 12 chapters. Students, it's very informative, and if you learn this textbook, you will be able to understand the whole working environment of a company or any business. So students, let's move further. As we understood about the 12 chapters, let's see the paper pattern of for the first term and final exam. So that is for 80 marks. Here students, your paper pattern, I have given a detailed paper pattern for 80 marks paper. So since lectures are going on online basis, if paper will be conducted offline, that this will be your paper pattern for 80 marks. Otherwise it will be decided by your college or institution where from where you are learning, for from in where you have taken the admission. So students, here the question number 1 will be, attempt any 4 of the following. In this there are so many options. Out of any 4 you have to attempt, or either they can give you any 4 of these in the exam. So all those 4 you have to attempt, and each are for each one of them are for 5 marks. Students, so question number 2 is explain the term or concept. Okay students, so explain the term or concept. Here you have to define, explain the term or concept. Here you have to define or write down the meaning of the term or concept which is asked in this question. That you have to attempt any 4, and that 4 will be for 8 marks. It means each for 2 marks. In question number 3 students, the study the following case and express your opinion. Some situation, some case will be given to you. You have to read the case, you have to understand the situation, you have to write your own opinion and ideas, or you have to give any solution of the problem is being asked in the questions. Oh, so they can ask any question, they can ask any problem, they can give you any case. You have to study it thoroughly and you have to express your opinion. So for this activity you have to attempt any 2, and each for 3 marks, so total will be 6 marks. In question number 4, distinguish between. Here you have to distinguish, you have to explain or make the difference between 2 terms. So distinguish between any 3, and each for 4 marks, and any 3 if you will attempt you will get 12 marks. So students, after that there is a question number 5. Here answer in brief, short answer. That is for any 2, you have to attempt any 2. There will be more option, and but you have to attempt any 2, and that will be for total 8 marks, each for 4 marks. In question number 6, justify the following statement. It means you have to explain in detail. You have to explain in detail any statement which is right or which is wrong. If it is right, still you have to elaborate it, you have to give detailed explanation, and if it is false, then you have to correct the statement and explain in detail. So mostly in this type of question, sentence are always true. Sometimes if it is false, you have to correct it. So you have to just justify, you have to give the valid reason, you have to express the idea behind it, that why this statement is correct or true, or why it is false, and what is the correct statement. So you have to attempt any 2, and it is for 8 marks and each for 4 marks. So students, question number 7 is very important for you, which will improve your letter writing skill, how to write the letter officially. So attempt the following. In this you will get the letter writing question. Any 2 question you have to attempt, and one question will be for 5 marks, so total 10 marks will be there. Question number 8, answer the following. Last and final question of your SP paper, that is answer the following. That answer should be in detail. Okay, so students, so any one you have to attempt and you will get 8 marks for that. So student, this is all about your 80 marks paper pattern, and 20 marks will be decided on oral basis or your assignment basis. Students, let's move that in the whole year how many exams are gonna be conducted. So there will be, as you know, that 4 exam will be conducted as per your system. First unit test, first term exam, second unit test and second term exam or final exam. So first unit test will be 25 marks students, and the first term means mid-term exam, 6 monthly exam we can say, it is for 50 marks. And second unit test, which will be near about Diwali, which were gonna be conducted near about Diwali vacation, before Diwali vacation, that is for 25 marks. And your final or annual exam will be for 100 marks. In this 100 marks question, you will be having 20 marks for oral and 80 marks will be the written exam, as I have explained the 80 marks paper pattern right now to you. So hope students this video is very informative for you, and for getting notification for my next video, please click on the bell icon, and please subscribe the channel, like and share as well. And also you will get your next video for the first chapter very soon. Thank you.